I just found the best Fortnite settings and Windows optimization for 0 delay and maximum FPS with no frame drops. This is the ultimate FPS boost and 0 ping guide for Fortnite. I'm going to show you the best settings, secret settings, settings I guarantee you don't have on, Windows optimization settings, and this video is going to help, so let's get started. And what you want to do is head over to the video tab, and performance mode is the best setting, but for this you need to switch to DirectX 12 because there are some hidden secret Fortnite settings that actually affect you whilst you're on performance mode. So click on DirectX 12, then click apply, and then you have to restart your game. Okay, so you should just restart your PC and now you'll be on DX12, and now you can see all these settings that actually still affected you whilst you're on performance mode. But before we do that, I may as well tell you that the best colorblind settings are actually no colorblind settings. I wouldn't turn these on, there's no point, unless you're actually colorblind, of course. Now head over to the graphics quality section, still on the video tab. Just put this to low, turn your 3D resolution all the way up to 100%, and then turn all of this off, but I like to keep view distance on medium, just so I can see things from further away. But if you want the most FPS, you really should turn this to near, but again, I like it on medium. Also, if you have a low-end PC, turning this down will give you more FPS, but your game will look a little bit worse. So the more you turn this down, the more FPS you'll get, but also the more bad your game will look. I just keep this at 100%. But again, make sure all of this is set to low, but view distance you can put to medium if you want. And I like show FPS and use GPU crash debugging, just turn that off, you really don't need it. But now head over to your game tab and don't select auto, select whatever server you want. I don't know why, but you do get like a 1 or 2 more ping if you do it like this. I'm Europe, so I select Europe. Then you want to go all the way down to contextual tips. Turn this off, there's no point having it on. Also go down, and unless you need replays for something like content creation, turn this off, it will give you quite a bit more FPS, but I keep it on because, well, I do content creation. But at the bottom here is energy saving. This is new settings, and do me a favour and turn this off. These settings are terrible and they're just eating your FPS. Now if you have a really low end PC, I don't really recommend doing this, but you can if you want. It will give you a few more FPS, but it is to turn your sound quality down to low. Your sound will be worse, but you do get some more FPS, so if you play comp and you want the best settings for the maximum FPS possible, then turn this down to low. Also, for anyone wondering, visualize sound effects. It will make your FPS a little less consistent, so again, turn this off if you really want the best settings, but visualize sound effects are pretty OP, so I recommend turning them on, even if you have a low-end PC. Really quick, if you're on console, then you might have a 120 FPS mode somewhere around here. Please turn that on. Why wouldn't you want more FPS? Also, if you have motion blur, then turn that off because that also gives you less FPS and increases your delay. And VSync, turn this off as well. This basically locks your FPS to whatever like frame rate your monitor is, and you don't want that. But for your frame rate limit, you want to put it 1 above whatever your hertz for your monitor is. So if your monitor hertz is 60, I would put your FPS to 120. And let's say your monitor's 144 FPS, put it to 160 FPS or 165. And if your monitor is 165 Hz like mine, put your FPS to 180. And let's say it's 240, I wouldn't recommend going to 360 if you play comp, but if you just play pubs, do put it to 360. Otherwise, just keep it at 240. Now, whilst you're still on Fortnite, you need to make sure that your PC prioritizes Fortnite over every other application on your PC. But if you make YouTube videos or you record or you stream, then I don't recommend doing this step, as it will prioritize Fortnite over that recording or streaming application, which could lead to less quality or even just the whole video crashing or the whole stream crashing. But how you do this is you press Ctrl Alt Delete. Whilst on Fortnite, you head over to your task manager, and then let me bring it over here. I'll put it to full screen. And then you go over here to details. It might look a little different because I play on Windows 11. And by the way, if you don't want to switch to Windows 11 because you're scared it's going to ruin your FPS, it won't, trust me, just switch. If anything, it helps your FPS. But anyway, go to details. It will probably be up here if you're on Windows 10, but just go to details, and then you want to scroll down until you see Fortnite client Windows 64 shipping.exe. Then you want to right click on this. You want to go to set priority and you want to set it to high. I'm not going to do this because I make YouTube videos and stream. And by the way, if you're not following my Twitch, follow my Twitch, twitch.tv/Blexiti. But anyway, I'm not going to set it, but you should set it to high if you don't stream or record and your sole goal is to play competitive. Whilst you're on this bit though, just click this again and then click properties and then go to compatibility and make sure run this program as administrator is checked, and then click apply, and this will just make it so every time you load up Fortnite it will ask you to run this program as administrator. Just click yes, and this just makes it pretty much so your PC can focus on Fortnite. Okay, and once you've done that, just click OK and then exit this, and you can exit Fortnite now if you want as well. And then you want to go to your taskbar and search up graphics settings, and then open that up. Let's bring it down here, and then up here there might be an option for you called hardware accelerated GPU scheduling. If there is, just turn this on, it'll help you with FPS. If you don't have that setting, just skip to this step though. Make sure this is on desktop app, click browse, and then you want to find Fortnite on your PC. So to do this, just click this PC, go onto your disk C, and then go to program files, scroll down until you see Epic Games, then Fortnite game, then binaries, then Win64, and then this Fortnite client Win64 shipping. You just left click on this once and then click add, then just scroll down until you see Fortnite, and mine's already here because I've already done this step. But if it isn't, you just left click on Fortnite, then you click on options and you make sure this is set to high performance. Now go back to your desktop and type Windows R and then %temp%, click OK, and this will take you to all your temporary files, and you just select all of this and delete it and just click continue if that comes up. And if this comes up, just click skip, and then if it comes up again, just skip. And this brings no harm to your PC, by the way, it's just files you don't need. So this will just clean up your PC, and you should do this once a month. You also need to do this the same, so press Windows R, and this time you just search up PREFECTCH, and then click OK. And if it says this, then you don't need to do this step and you can just skip it. But if it comes up, you just do the exact same thing as the temporary files, and you just select all of them and delete all of them. Now this tip I can't really show you, but it's just to update your graphics drivers. So whether you're AMD or Nvidia, just make sure you keep your drivers always updated. Now go back to Windows. Now you just want to go to the search setting and go to settings. Then go to apps and click startup, and just turn all of this off unless you need something. Like I need IQ, but just turn all the things you don't need off. Then you can go to video playback and just turn these two off, you don't need them. Then go over to the gaming section and go on Xbox Game Bar and just turn this off, you don't need it. And game modes, you can also turn this off, you don't need it. You can turn it on if you want, but I feel like it actually hurts my PC instead of doing any good for it. Also make sure you go into captures and just turn all of this off, it's just using extra power for your PC. Also make sure you check for Windows updates. Just to do this, just whilst you're in your settings, go to Windows Update, and I'm all up to date, but you can just click check for updates to see if you're up to date. If not, just install them. Now it's time to get the best ping in internet possible, and to do this you need to follow these next 3 steps. Okay, so you want to go to your taskbar, right click on the Windows icon and then click on Device Manager. Put this in like full screen mode. And then you want to go down to where it says network adapters, click the little arrow to the left, and then find your internet cable. Mine is this one. Right click on it, go to properties, go to power management, and make sure these two are unchecked, and this should be unchecked as well. Then click on driver and click update drivers, and then click search automatically for drivers, and if it says the best drivers for your device are already installed, then don't worry, you can just click close and if you don't have the best drivers installed already, it'll just install it automatically for you, and then you click close. Now this next tip will be the difference between 30 ping and 0 ping. Now this is a 30 ping difference, and it will also, if you're having like your internet cutting out or a problem like that, this will most likely completely fix it. And for this, all you need to do is get an Ethernet cable. I'll have the link to the best ones in the description of this video, and this basically allows it so it connects your internet to your PC or console wirelessly, which obviously leads to less input delay, less ping, and just more stable ping, and even less packet loss. Before you go though, there is one more step, and this is very important. You want to load up Epic Games Launcher. Just open it up. Once it's loaded, you want to click on your profile icon, go over to settings, and then just copy these settings. You only want these two and this one on. Just keep allow auto updates on, allow installs during gameplay, turn this off. Turn these two off, their notifications, and they actually run in the background and you don't know about it. So yeah, make sure you've only got this one, this one, this one, and allow auto updates on, and then you should be good. But now you need to go back, you need to go to your library, and then click on these three little dots here, go to options, and you want to make sure that high resolution textures, Fortnite, and you want to make sure that high resolution textures is turned off. This will just free up extra space, and it also gives you input delay whilst in game if you have this on. And if you don't want to use save the world, or you just don't have it, turn this off. Then you just click apply, and then you should be good. And I just used all of these steps, and they helped me so much on my keyboard and mouse journey. And if you haven't seen the video where I almost go pro in only 7 days on keyboard and mouse, from as soon as I started keyboard and mouse, the first week on keyboard and mouse, and I nearly went pro, and you can do it too if you use the right tips. But this video is so good, and if you haven't watched it already, click here and go and watch the video. But if you enjoyed this video and want to see more tips and new drop spot videos for the brand new season, then like and subscribe.